Hello everyone and welcome back to John's Food Review. Today we're going to be trying some Reese's dipped animal crackers. So these weren't actually on the shelf anywhere, like, where things should be. It was like, if you go into stores, there's like the top part where you have all this like stuff that they maybe are putting out, new items. Well, I saw these up there, so me and my tallness kicked in, and luckily they're in the system. So the last time meaning they're in the system to where if you walk out, the thing won't go off. Because I remember the last time I did that, I got a new item that I was able to pay for, but the sensors things went off like I had stolen something, even though I had paid for them. So these were in the system. I didn't have to worry about anything going off this time. I think it was cat food the last time. I reached up onto the top shelf and I got a thing of cat food, some cans, and apparently they were not in the system to the point where, the thing wouldn't go off. But, they know me and they see me pay for everything, so they really weren't too worried about it. Which is kind of a bad thing because, someone else would be like, oh, well, I'm just going to do that too. Ooh, smells nice. I mean, it's Reese's. You can't really go wrong. Are they like weird Reese's Puff type? Yeah, they got like a Reese's Puff feel to it. Okay, so they're animal crackers covered. So we got the front right there, the chocolate right there, and then the middle is the cracker itself. Hmm. I should have put them in the fridge for a little bit because I don't know about anyone else, but I love when Reese's are nice and cold. Not like frozen cold, but it's hard to explain. It's kind of like the certain popcorns, like the Reese's popcorn or the Snickers popcorn, the ones that have like that frosting on it. It's actually very refreshing. If it's a hot day or even cold day, it's very refreshing, and I think it's because of that frosting on it, for whatever reason. Want to know what also is refreshing? Today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. No, wow, John, that was really good, and that was all off the top of my head. Uh, no, but if someone was to sponsor me, someone that you know I've been going, partaking in since I was in high school, and pretty much you guys have seen me a lot on here. Ah, you know, when I'm thirsty and I have such a thirst that needs to be quenched, and I need that energy, there's nothing I would rather turn to than an original Monster Energy drink. Anyway, it's not a. This is not a thing for sponsors here. Can't even tell what animals they are, really. They are good though. They are good. I mean, it's that Reese's taste we know and love. But again, it's like I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about with that very refreshing uh feel you get when you take like chocolate, you put it in the fridge for a little while, and then it's nice, really, really cold, and then you bite into it, it's just like, mmm. On a hot day, it's like taking an ice cream bar out of the freezer on a hot day, and it's just instantly just refreshing. But candy bars and chocolate and stuff like that, same way. And I think, because there is such a good coating of chocolate and peanut butter on that, I think if you put it in the refrigerator, it'd be very refreshing to have. I mean, I probably wouldn't put it in the freezer unless you want to break your teeth. Well, John, some of us have dentures, so we can't break our teeth. True, but let's keep the breaking of anything to a minimum. Well, John, some of us are children. We're going to lose those teeth anyway. If you're a child, what the hell are you doing watching me? This stuff is not for kids. I swear like a sailor all the time. Go away. Go watch Cocomelon or whatever you kids are watching these days. What is it? Cocomelon. What? I don't know. What are kids watching these days? Like, are you able to tell what kind of animals? Okay, so they all just look like blobs, kind of like me. Okay, well that one's like a lion. Can I get a hippo? Because that's what that one looks like. Also me. Like, John, you're not that big. That one right there. Come on. Another lion. King of the jungle, even though they don't live in jungles. Like, really, like, they're called, they're animal crackers. Can you tell me what animal this is? Like, this one, I think it's a lion. I mean, or it's a Pomeranian. I don't know. There? Huh. It doesn't even say on here what kind of animals they are. They're just nameless animals. Nameless animals that we've coated in chocolate and peanut butter for your consuming pleasure. Make contains peanut, milk, wheat, and soy. Haven't done that in a while. Let's see. No. Figuring maybe it might be in there. Come on, where do we... There's gotta be something. Either way. Bottom side coated in milk chocolate. If your bottom side's covered in milk chocolate, what's the front side covered in? We're talking about the animal crackers, John. I know. Ah. Seriously, nothing is more refreshing than an original Monster Energy drink. Not sponsored. Please sponsor me. No, no, but yeah, these I definitely should. You know, I still have to do those the Twix cookie dough. I still have to get them and put them in the freezer to give those another try. Um, these will probably there's not a whole lot in here, so these will probably be gone soon enough. But I really should get them again and put them in the fridge and see if they taste any different. Once again, this will probably be like a two-part type thing. You know, I don't like giving things other, second chances. Once it's done, it's done. But when it has the possibility of possibly getting better by, getting it colder, again, I go back to that whole pink sauce crap. I try it right out of the bottle. It was crap. And I'm like, okay, well, let me give it a chance. Let me just put it in the refrigerator and let it get cold and let all the mingle inside. And I was like, it still sucks. It still sucks. In fact, it's still sitting there in the fridge. That's how bad it is. And I haven't touched it since I put it back in the fridge after using it. I recorded the video of me trying it again, put it back in the fridge, haven't touched it. So it's been what? Actually, hang on. February. It was February. February 21st. Giving Chef Pie's pink sauce another chance. I first tried it on February 17th and then tried it again February 21st, 2023. And it's just been sitting there in the fridge since then. Because, as I said, it really was bad. But this, I don't think it would get worse. I think it would actually get better. For a lot of you, like I said, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about when I say you put something in the refrigerator like chocolate or something and it actually gets better because the chocolate hardens up. Something like the peanut butter will firm up a little more, and it's just all around a better experience. So I'll do that. So I've got the Twix that I still need to do again. I think I said I would put the Twix in the freezer. uh, just the way it is. I don't think, because none of the components are actually like super hard already. But here we've got the cookie where you saw I couldn't actually bite in with my front teeth, so I kind of had to the side because it's a hard cookie, you know. So definitely don't want to put in that freezer. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I'm glad I saw these. I think it was like $2 or something. So I just went in. I was looking for stuff, and I saw it on the top shelf. And I'm like, well, I don't see it in a spot down here, so but it's up there. I'm just gonna go ahead and purchase it. And luckily enough, it was like $2 or something like that. So I was like, well, that's a video right there. That's a video right there. But yeah, it's Reese's. It's what you'd expect. Unfortunately, not all Reese's things are the same. Sometimes they pass things off as Reese's, but it's more just like generic peanut butter. Because again, I've said numerous times before in videos, Reese's peanut butter has a very distinct flavor to it. So when they say it's Reese's, but then it's actually just some generic freaking peanut butter, you're gonna be able to tell. Reese's is very, which is why they sell their own in a a little plastic jar. It's a very, and if you don't believe, just go out, buy a jar of Reese's and buy generic peanut butter. Jiffy, Jif or Skippy or whatever your preferred peanut butter is, and you'll find there is actually a difference in taste. Um, the chocolate, I think the chocolate they use is, it's Hershey, so Hershey's chocolate. Um, but the peanut butter is very distinct. It's kind of like Oreos. I've said this before, like with when they try to pass it off as like Oreo flavored, but it's just generic cookies and cream. With like candies or ice creams, like, oh, Oreo, but then you realize it's just generic cookies and cream. When you take out the cookie, one, it doesn't look like an Oreo. Two, it doesn't taste like an Oreo. But they think they can pass it off and make more money due to that name brand, that name, and that cookie that everybody loves. So, no, it's Reese's, and it's good. So if you see them, Walmart, Target, BJ's, Harry Titty, Publix, wherever Piggly Wiggly, I'd say pick them up, try them, and then kind of do the whole refrigerated over just fresh out of the bag. And also, I guess when it comes to candy, do you refrigerate it? Do you not refrigerate it? And what is your favorite candy to refrigerate? Let me know. That's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.